So this is the third part of quality management chapter, and now we are discussing the total quality management. The term total quality management refers to the quest for quality in an organization. There are three key philosophies in this approach. One is the never-ending push to improve. Obviously, um, that which is referred to as continuous improvement. When you are improving continuously, it means that you are not letting yourself push down pull down to from the improvement. And the second approach is to involvement of everyone in the organization into the quality practices. All of the employees, co-workers, workers, high ups, frontline workers, they're all the should be the participant of the quality standard fulfillment. And the third one is a goal of the customer satisfaction. The basic requirement of the total quality management is the customer should be satisfied with the approved and promised standard of the quality for the product, which means meeting of the exceeding customer expectation. Definitely, the total quality management expands the traditional view of the quality, looking only at the quality of the final product or service, to looking at the quality of every aspect of the process that produce the product or service. It means that the old or traditional view was only to have the final product or service as a quality assurance, but now it is being expanded towards the processes, toward the procedures, toward the material, towards every kind of activity running or happening in between the lines of the production processes. We can describe the total quality management approach as follows. Find out what customer want. This might involve the use of the surveys, focus group, interviews, or some other techniques that integrate the customer's voice in the decision making process. Be sure to include the internal customers as well. Internal customers are the next person in the process, and as well as the external customer, which is final customer. Number two is the design of the product or service that will meet or exceed what customer wants, make it easy to use and easy to produce. Number three is design process that facilitate doing the job right the first time. Determine where mistakes are likely to occur and try to prevent them when mistakes do occur. Find out why so that they are less likely to occur again. Strive to make the process mistake proof. Number four is the key track of the results and use them to guide improvement in the system. Never stop trying to improve. The five is extend these concepts throughout the supply chain. And number six is the top management must be involved in the process of the quality improvement and be committed with. Otherwise, total quality management will just be another fad that fails and fades away. So these five or six points are the key points where the quality management or quality improves continuously. Uh, Sorry. Yes. The preceding description provides a good idea about the quality, total quality management is all about, but it does not tell the whole story. The number of other elements of the total quality managements are important, which are: number one is continuous improvement, as I said, the philosophy that seeks to improve all factors related to the process of converting input into output on an ongoing basis is called continuous improvement. It covers equipment, method, material, and people. Under continuous improvement, the old edge of it ain't broke, don't fix it, get transformed into just because it is broke doesn't mean it can be improved. Number two is competitive benchmarking. This involves identifying other organizations that are the best at something and studying how they do it to learn how to improve your operation. The company needs to not be in the same line of business. For example, Xerox use the email orderly company LL Beyond to benchmark order filling. So it not needed to have a similar like of company to study and to set a benchmark. Employee improvement or employee empowerment, giving workers the reasonability for improvement and the authority to make changes and decisions to accomplish them. That provides a strong motivation for employees. This puts decision making into hands of those who are closest to the job and have consideration insight into the problem solution. Team approach, the use of team for a problem solving and to achieve conscious takes consensus takes advantage of the group's synergy, gets people involved, and promote a spirit of cooperation and share value among employees. Five is decision based on the fact rather than opinion. Management gather analyze data as the basis of decision making. Number six is knowledge for tools. Employees and managers are trained in the use of the quality tools. What are the quality tools? We will get to know in the next slides. Supplier quality. Supplier must include in quality assurance and quality improvement efforts so that their processes are capable of delivering quality parts and material in the timely manner. Number eight is champion. A TQM. A champion's job is to promote the value and importance of the TQM principle throughout the company and organization. Quality at the source. It refers to the philosophy of making each worker responsible for the quality. And the idea is to do it right the first time. And the last one is supplier. Supplier are partners in the process and long-term relationship encouraged. This gives supplier as a vital stake in the providing good quality of product and service. Obstacles in the implementing TQM. Now, if all these are necessary for having total quality, so what are the obstacles in the way? Companies have had trying varying success implementing TQM. Some have been quite successful, and other have struggled. And part of the difficulty may be with the process by which it is implemented rather than with the principle of TQM. Among the factors cited in the literature are follow. Number one, lack of the company-wide definition of the quality. Efforts aren't coordinated. People are working at cross purpose, addressing different issues and use different measure of success. It means that all the employees do not have standard procedures and standard indicators for having a quality, same quality. Lack of strategic plan for changes. Without such plan, the chance of success is lessened, and the need to address the strategic implication of change is ignored. The lack of customer focus. Without a customer focus, there is a risk of customer dissatisfaction. Poor integrational communication. The left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. Frustration, waste, and confusion ensures. So that's why good communication system is being needed. Lack of employee empowerment. No empowering employees gives the impression of not trusting employees to fix problems. Adds red tape and the delays solutions. View of quality as a quick fix. Quality needs to be long-term, continuing efforts. Emphasis on the short-term financial results. Duct tape solution often treat symptoms, spend a little now and lot more later. So that should not be happen like that. If you spend more in initial, you can save a lot of money later. Uh, Inordinate presence of the internal policies and turf issues. This can sap the energy of the organization and derail the best of ideas. Lack of strong motivation. Managers need to make the employees are motivated. Lack of time to devote the quality initiative. Don't add more work without adding traditional resources. And the lack of leadership. Most important. Managers need to be leader, and this list of the potential problem can serve as a guideline for organization contemplating implementing TQM, or as a checklist for those having trouble implementing it. So that's why these are the factors, these are the 11 issues which can be the obstacles for implementing total quality management. So these are the aspects, and this is the glimpse of traditional practices and TQM practices among different aspects. You can study accordingly. Problem solving and process improvement. This is our next issue. Problem solving is one of the basic procedure of the TQM. In order to be successful, problem solving efforts should follow the standard procedure as given in the table 9.7. So this is 9.7 table. Describe the basic steps in the TQM problem solving process. Now, what we see in the table 9.71, what are the processes are there for problem solving? Number one, step number one is define the problem and establish the improvement goal. Give problem definition, careful consideration, and don't rush through this step, because this will serve as the focal point of problem solving efforts. Step number two, when you have defined the problem, then to develop performance measures and collect data. The solution must be based on facts. Possible tools include checklist, scatter diagram, histogram, run chart, and other control tools. They must be developed for measuring performance. Then analyzing problem. Possible tools include Pareto chart, cause and effect diagram. You can analyze the problem. Then after that, step number four is generate potential solution. When you have analyzed the problem, you have defined the problem, you have maintained the performance measures, then you are able to generate potential problem solutions. That comprises the method include brainstorming, interviewing, or surveying. When you have generate potential solutions, then they choose a best solution among them. Identify the criteria for choosing solution. Refer to the goal established in the step one. Apply criteria for the potential solution and select the best one. When you've selected the best one, then at number six, implement the solution. Keep everyone informed, and at the last, in the step number seven, monitor the solution to see if it accomplishes the goal or not. So these are the steps where the problem solution can be taken into practice. So process improvement is a systematic approach by improving the process, and involves documentation, measurement, and analysis of the purpose of improving the functioning of a system. Uh, then on the right side, there is an overview of a process improvement. What is the overview of process? That comprises of three steps or three phases. One is the mapping of the process, another is analyzing the process, and the last is redesigning the process. So mapping the process, it collects information about all processes, identifying each steps in the process. For each step, determine the input and output, the people involved, the decisions that are made, documents such as the measure, time, cost, and space used, and prepare the flow chart that accurately depicts the process. In analyzing process, the B step or the B phase, where the manager is to supposed to ask these questions about the processes. Is the flow logical? Are these steps are activating missing? Are these any duplication? Or she should ask like, could it be eliminated? Does the step add value? Does any waste occur at this step? So could the time be shortened, or could the cost to be reduced, or could two steps be combined? So if you have analyzed the process, then finally you redesign the process. So this is process improvement phases. And the problem solving and problem improvement, that includes the plan, do, study, act cycle, PDSA. So plan, do, study, act cycle also refers to either the Shewhart cycle or Deming wheel. Is the conceptual basis for the problem solving activity. The cycle is illustrated in the graph, this figure 9.1. In that graph, we are dealing with the four things. What is First is plan, then the second is do, third is study, and fourth is act. Plan is begin with studying the current process, document that process, then the collect data on the process of or problem. Next, analyze the data and develop the plan to improvement. The do is the implementing the plan on the small scale if possible. Document any changes made by during this phase. Collect data systematically for evaluation, and after that study the data. And when you've studied the data and you have come to the conclusion, then act. Then act is simply the method and to have implement of all the training for the new method. If the results are successful, unsuccessful, revise the plan and repeat the process for seize the projects. You can see here in planning side, you are recognizing problem, you are forming quality improvement terms, teams, you are defining problem here, defining performance measures, you're analyzing problem, you are determining the possible causes, then you are implementing solution. That implementing solution is actually the do act. So do leads you to do to study the to evaluate the solutions, ensure performance, and then act is continuous improvement and recognize problem again. So this is a cycle, and all this circulating the management commitment. If management is committed with the quality, then you can do, you can plan well, you can do well, you can study well, and you can act well. So next is the Six Sigma concept and DMAC approach. Six Sigma has several meaning. Six Sigma means having no more than 3.5 defects per million. Opportunities in any process, product, service. Conceptually, the term is much broader, referring to the problem designed to reduce the occurrence of the defects to achieve lower cost and improve customer satisfaction. It is based on this application with certain tools and techniques to select the projects to achieve strategic business results. In the business world, Six Sigma programs have become key way to improve quality, save time, cut cost, and improve customer satisfaction. Six Sigma programs can be employed in designs, in production, service, inventory management, and delivery. It is important for Six Sigma project to be aligned with the organizational strategy. Six Sigma, where we have already set a benchmark that the 3.5 defects out of million. So this requires reduction of the variation in important goals. The methodology is data driven. It requires a value measurement because you are counting 3.5 defects out of million. So it means you need a concrete data. Output are determined by inputs. That definitely focus on modifying and controlling inputs to improve its output, and only a critical few input have a significant impact on the output. So this is Sigma concept. And the another approach is DMAC. DMAC obviously is for define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. This is problem solving approach. So in first step, we have to define the set of context and objective for the improvement. Then in the second, measure, determine the baseline performance and a capability for the process. Then to analyze the data and tools and understand the cause and effect relationship. Then to improve the processes and to control the improvements and processes. So here we are finished with the quality and quality issues, and some of terms has been used in these processes you have gone through. These are quality tools. There are a number of quality tools that an organization can you can use for problem solving and process improvement. These section describes 8 of these tools. The tools aid in data collection and interpretation and provide the basis for the decision making. The first 7 tools are often referred to as an 7 basic quality tools. So figure 9.2 provides you the quick review or overview of 7 tools. The first one is flowchart, where the diagram is often a step in the process. The second thing is check sheet, where the tool of organizing, collecting data and tally the problem or others even by category. The third one is histogram, a chart that shows the empirical frequency distribution. The fourth one is diagram, a Pareto chart, a diagram that arranges the categories from lowest frequency, highest to lowest frequency of occurrence. The scatter diagram shows you the relationship between the two variables. Control chart is used in the process with statistical chart with time ordered value of the sample statistics and having some boundaries. And the last one is cause and effect, where you find the main root cause for the problem and you try to solve it. So these are the simple, some tools are used in the process development. So this is the quick view of these processes. So this is all about the quality and quality management. Thank you very much. So we have 3 session in the quality management chapter. Thank you.